Hi, my name is Benjamin, and I'm an agent with Keller Williams here in Brooklyn. And I wanted to put a quick video together today to go over some of the potentially lesser known benefits of home ownership, as well as how to start thinking about making that transition from renter to buyer, whether it's today, tomorrow, 5 years from now, making sure that you're fully informed for when you are ready to start thinking about making that transition. I've noticed after about a year of working with a lot of different renters and landlords that there's a lot of misconceptions about how difficult or intimidating the process might be, but there's also not necessarily a full awareness of the amazing programs, financing options that are available that potentially make homeownership a lot more attainable and realistic of a goal than it might have previously seemed. Now, when it comes to renting, there's definitely still a lot of benefits, with one of the first ones being that it's comfortable, it's familiar. We go through that same process every year, as well as the predictability of having that same monthly payment due to the same person on the same date of every month. But the thing is that each month, when you're dealing out that money, it's going straight into the landlord's pocket, and you're not going to be seeing in any way, shape, or form again in the future. There's really no long-term return on investment, as there often is in the case of home ownership. Instead, they're going to be using that money to pay their mortgage and to go on their vacations and make their renovations and everything like that. Whereas you could have that same exact option, but investing in yourself rather in someone else. Another trend that I've noticed with a lot of renters is that there's often a temptation to either upgrade, renovate, repaint, refinish the areas of the apartment that they might find to be hideous or outdated in one way or another. But the truth is that even though you might see a little bit more of your own sense of style or feel a little bit more comfort day to day, each of these are also ways that you're more indirectly putting money into the landlord's pocket by adding value to their home for when they either go to sell the home or even rent to another tenant, which theoretically you face the possibility of just about every 12 months. Now that we're looking at buying, whether it's a single family home, a condo, or a co-op, those payments that you're making each month are going to be going toward building equity in your own home, as well as a long-term investment in yourself and your family. Not only that, but any renovations that you make, any changes that are made, you have complete control over what changes are made, and those go toward increasing the value of your home, which increases your bottom line when you either go to resell or rent the home to another individual. Another benefit that a lot of people are not necessarily aware of is the possibility for tax deductions. So when you make that mortgage payment each month, any interest that you're paying on that loan can potentially be written off for a tax deduction. Lastly, there's a greater sense of community and a pride of ownership that is experienced by homeowners that you often don't get the chance to experience as a renter. These would be considered more intangible benefits as they're not necessarily financial, but it's sort of peace of mind that comes with knowing that your lease isn't up in the air for every 12 months, to either have to find a new apartment or to have to pay more all of a sudden each month. And you really get to form a sense of community with those around you, knowing that you're going to be there for more than 12 months at a time. Your children are going to be there for more than 12 months at a time. And really establishing yourself and your children, your family members, whatever the case might be, as part of a community long term. Now, it's great to be aware of all these benefits, but the question remains as to how exactly we're making this transition and what steps we need to make to go from renter to buyer and eventually to homeowner. And that is where meeting with a professional like Regine with Home Team Mortgage comes into play. And she'll definitely surprise you with how many options are realistically available that make homeownership a lot more attainable than you might think. Definitely the first thought that a lot of people have when it comes to home ownership is 20% down payment, 80% financing over 30 years, fixed interest rate, whereas in reality, there are a lot of different financing options and programs available that Regine can help to explain as well as to confirm eligibility for, whether it's a USDA loan or VA loan with as low as 0% down, a first-time homebuyer loan with as low as 3% down, or even a conventional loan with as low as 5% down. Now, another topic of concern is the interest rate. A lot of people always love to talk about how much it's changing, it's going up, it's going down. But Regine likes to say is that you marry the home and date the rate, meaning that you're going to find and purchase a home that is perfect for you and your family's needs, and that you're going to hold on to regardless. Whereas the interest rate is what you're beginning that loan period with, but there's always the option to refinance, to make changes to the loan down the road while still maintaining ownership of that same home that you fell in love with during your search. All that being said, I would definitely like to thank you for watching and absolutely encourage you to reach out to myself and to Regine, where we'll be able to identify exactly where it is that you are in your search, what it is that you're looking for, and the necessary next steps to get you to exactly where you need to be. Thank you so much.